call, please.
Commissioner Babbitt?
Here.
Commissioner Sang? Commissioner Gonzalez?
Yes.
Commissioner Carroll?
Here.
Commissioner Waldron?
Okay, we have a quorum. First order of business is approval of the minutes from the previous meeting on Tuesday, September 6, 2016. Is there a motion?
I'll make the
And
motion.
a second?
I'll second.
Okay, they stand approved. With the Commission's indulgence, we're going to go to item number 4 first, golf course update. Mr. Murphy, we'll start with you. What's going on?
Obviously, you heard about the water situation. The water commissioner talked to me about 3 weeks ago, asked me to start cutting back. So we cut back 50%, and I told him within 2 or 3 weeks I'll be able to cut back another 25% on top of that. So basically, this is the time of year you want the roots to go down, so you're backing off anyways. If this was in August, it would be a tough situation. This is not an issue.
What, did they send anything to the DPW office about the
They sent a citywide email.
citywide email? Okay. What, just for informational purposes, what is your daily or monthly use up there? Do you?
I'm using about 160,000 gallons a night. North Reading, we use 100,000 gallons a night, and it's not enough. You know,
Andy, what's our capacity citywide? What's it, 23 million gallons a day, if I remember correctly? Something in there that the Water and Sewer Commission had the ability to
That's the wastewater end, yeah, I think it's more like 10 for freshwater production.
freshwater was their max that they could take care of, or
No, they do about an average of 10 a day, I believe.
10 a day?
10
Okay.
million a day.
I think that's what I recall, that they could do 20 to 23 a day, but they did about 10 a day.
The wastewater, I believe the average is 25 a day, and the difference is because they include Saugus and Swampscott and infiltration and inflow, but that's a whole other story.
So we have cut back on the water, per the request, and continue to do so through the rest of the fall, hoping for some rainfall. Mark Mungin, as you alluded to, sent you the email. It'd be nice to get that project out to bid, see what the bids come in at. Maybe we get something started this fall, finish it up in the spring. And the last thing I brought you in was the proposed rate increases that Chris had talked to you a while about. I didn't expect an answer tonight. You would ask me to bring in stuff so that you could look it over. So I brought in the proposed rate increases, and then he made some notes for you on that.
Yeah, well, there's some discussion. I imagine the law office will have to be involved in how we approach this. And
We were proposing to do, pay for the minimum wage increase, and we were going to do cart path work that is in the master plan.
okay. How was the year up there altogether? Fairly.
I thought the year was pretty good. The golf course was in great shape. Didn't have any big issues. I thought everything went pretty well.
Not many rain days this year.
No, you're looking forward to a rain day.
I think, yeah, what, maybe one rain day in June or something?
That's about it, yeah. So, strange year, but course held up real well.
Are you believers in climate change or what?
I am. I don't know about Andy, but I am.
Anything else?
No, I was just looking forward to a little rain this weekend.
Okay, we have some issues to discuss. We've got Commissioner Andy Hall here tonight to...
Sure, yeah, no, so I came to, inform the Park Commission of some expenditures that we're hoping to undertake up at the golf course. So the golf team pays a lease to the city, and that money goes into an account, and the thought is we're going to use that money to improve the course. So we've set aside some of that for the inevitable new irrigation system up there, which is a big expense. And with the money left over, we're hoping to do some improvements to the golf course, which are on the master plan. So we've allocated approximately $250,000 for some work at hole 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6, of which I have I can give this to you.
This is the one that I got a copy of.
Okay, yeah, and that, so I just wanted to, I'm not asking for a vote to spend the money, but, so we're gonna, Mark Mungim has put, these things were picked out in the master plan as projects that need to get done, and they kind of nicely, the total is tailored to what we have to spend, basically. So we're gonna put it out to bid, and then I hope to be back to you in the next, probably next, not the next meeting, but the meeting following, with the approval to spend the money, basically. And the thing that you're looking at, so there's a base project, there's a base bid, and then there's alternates. In case the bids come in lower, we can, we'll spend the money that we have available, basically. That's how you tailor the expenditure to what project you have. You tailor the project to the money you have, basically.
Now, Andy, we had some discussion, and, Steve, you and I have talked a couple times about the second and the sixth areas, where they put all the sidewalk in there years ago, and how it's been a problem. And we had some conversation with Mark Mungim as to if we're gonna do something with the T-box at 2 and 6, what could we do to stabilize that problem and aesthetically from the outside looking in, make it look better? So that is not any consideration here, right? That's,
I don't believe so.
okay. Because I know we had talked about it when they work on the
Yeah, I
T-box
think
here.
the next round of improvements up there.
Okay,
But that's certainly on his radar for something that needs to be done.
yeah.
On Mark's radar.
So the motion we would need tonight is to allow you to go out to bid,
the project.
to bid this project. Okay, so what would be allowing them to go out is to, the maximum would be $298,900, and it would include whatever work is listed here, and if we happen to get bids that come in below this amount of money, then we could do a few more
Extras.
extra things. But the goal is to, we figure that between conversation with Commissioner Hall and myself, we figure that this is the amount of money out of our remaining balance that we figure we could dedicate to this project.
Now, Steve, is that a vote that we're going to do, or are we going to just vote on the expenditure once I have the actual price?
Well, we'll vote to allow you to go out to bid, and then, because I would prefer that we get something for the exact amount of money, unless you, I guess we could vote to allow up to the maximum of $298,900, and then it would save a trip back here if you want to do it that way also.
I'm not sure if we run into a jam where, we're authorizing to spend more money than we have, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, we're only going to authorize the $298,900, right? So you would just said that if for some reason the bids come in less than the amount of money, we're going to add some work to come up to this amount? Is that
Right.
the way I understood it?
Yep.
So if we authorize the expenditure of $298,900 out of what we have for a balance, would that be appropriate, you think, or would you prefer?
Yeah, well, I think if you authorize me to get actual prices on that work that's outlined in that sheet, I think that would cover it.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
So how should we?
And then this isn't allowing me to go ahead and spend the money. That'll be a
Okay,
subsequent vote.
so this allows you to go out and get bids for this particular work here, and when you have what you want to actually do for the amount of money, you'll come back to us.
Yes. Yep.
Okay, does that,
Just with the amount that we have left.
no,
in
this
the
is,
account.
no,
No,
there's
no. Okay, okay.
there's a lot more, it's probably what,
256,000 is what we have to
Okay.
spend.
right. And I would say the balance currently is what, around $500,000 roughly, if I remember correctly? Yeah, it's somewhere around there, so we're leaving some there in
Some
case
in
we have
case,
some
yeah,
issues, yeah.
Okay.
Rainy day fund, so.
And it also sets aside some of the lease payment to pay for this inevitable irrigation
Right.
upgrade.
So the motion would be to allow the commissioner to go out to bid for this work listed here.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Okay, any further discussion?
Nope.
No.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, thank you, gentlemen, for coming in tonight.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. And this is at a later date.
Yes, that'll be, So, Steve, we'll, on the rates, I'll get together with Commissioner Hall and talk to the law department to see what their thoughts are on this and how we should approach it. So we've got enough lead time to, because I imagine ideally you'd probably like to advertise the rates, what,
Nice to have it for January 1, I guess.
January 1? Okay. Does some people come in and,
Stay by Christmas.
yeah, Christmas stuff too, so, okay, well, we'll see what we can do.
New business.
Thank you.
Let's go on to new business.
Okay,
Thank you. Have a good night.
Okay, item number 1, I don't know if Lisa Conley is here?
That's a annual event.
Annual event?
Right. Up at High Rock.
Okay. This is the Friends of High Rock. They do an event up there. They do one for 4th of July, and they do one for Veterans Day.
No,
So,
this is totally separate.
they're
Yeah,
separate
they're
groups. The
separate,
one's a
yeah.
Highland Coalition.
Right.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second.
Okay, any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Item number 2, Danny Batista. Danny Batista's not here? You know what's going on with this one, or?
I would make a recommendation that he reaches out to the Lynn Police Department for approval for a walk route. It's a pretty distance for a walk.
Yeah, I know, I noticed that. That's
Yeah,
a,
he was supposed to be here
Baltimore
tonight.
Street to Barry Park, so I would right now have him get in touch with Lynn Police and then come before the Park Commission. There's no events taking place at Barry Park, so
So all these dates are open?
the date is open to have the event. But my concern would be is the walk route, and that has to be worked out with the Lynn Police Department.
So it won't take place this weekend then?
No, I had informed him that the really wasn't doable because
Okay.
we were having
Yeah.
a commission meeting
Mhm.
tonight. And he hadn't gotten the letter into us in
yeah.
enough time.
Many of these organizations need to understand that we need more lead time than
Absolutely.
coming in. Today is what, the 4th?
Correct.
Coming in on the 4th for an event they want to do on the 8th when it's a big event where they have to coordinate so many things. So there's been no discussion with the police department about what they want to do?
That is my knowledge.
Okay, so I guess we'd have a motion to table on that one.
You want me to make a motion?
Yeah.
I'll make the motion to table.
Second? Okay, it's tabled. Item number 3, Nick Frazier, Lynn Youth Lacrosse. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. What do you got going on?
So I want to start with youth lacrosse. I'd like to have a clinic on the 29th at, I think, Gallagher Park, we said, just to kind of gauge the interest. And I was hoping I could secure the field for that day, October 29th, from, like you said, 10 to 2, where I spoke to Susan on the phone.
How popular is lacrosse now in the city?
In the city, I'm not sure.
I mean, do they have it at the schools, or do they play?
I was
Yeah.
coaching Lynn Tech last year, and we didn't really have the numbers, but they had a combined team at classical and English, and they had like 65 kids. So I had it when I was a kid, and then it just kind of died out. But,
I mean, when I was young, and that was a stone age ago, but they never, lacrosse wasn't even mentioned in school.
So
I think
Nick,
St.
the
Mary's
question
has
is,
it.
are you gonna have your lacrosse nets down there? Because there's no nets.
yeah, I can get some nets.
Okay.
I'm doing it with the help of Swampscott Youth Lacrosse. They're kind of handling all the registration and stuff this year. Maybe next year, hopefully trying to get to be our own thing, just kind of starting out under their wing. So they'll be helping us out with a lot of that stuff.
What about bathrooms for the 4 hours?
I'm not sure about that. Are there any facilities over there?
There is, you would have to get in touch with Jill Avery, president, yeah.
Okay, so this is a one-day thing from the 29th of October, from 10 to 2. Let's see, we'll only use about 2 hours, 25 participants. What's the wish of the board?
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
Okay, any further discussion?
No?
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay,
Good luck.
Thank you.
good luck with it.
Appreciate it.
Okay. Who else do we have here?
So we got a
Walk-in.
walk-in phone call today
Yeah.
in regards to an event that wants to take place, so
have to come back.
Yeah. Hey, just come up close, you know. We don't want to shout across the room.
Needs to have a tournament.
Okay, softball tournament. The dates are Saturday and Sunday, 29th and the 30th, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. That'll involve lights, won't it, that late?
What location?
Keeney's.
Keene.
Keeney?
You'd have to get in touch with Colt in regards to that and paying the bill and.
Now, is that a Saturday and a Sunday, or is it a Friday?
Yeah, I might don't need to use the light.
Well, it's gonna be dark by then, that's the only problem, so you'll have to be ending earlier
I
then?
keep in touch around the problem with it.
What time's it gonna get dark? I mean, it's dark now, what, 6:30?
6 o'clock, yeah,
6:15, 6:30?
6.
And I imagine for baseball, you should need lights by 6, probably.
Mhm.
Yeah, so what time would you probably go to on Saturday then?
We will start, depending how many teams showed up. They're gonna let me know this week coming,
Okay.
because I have to make sure 2-week advantage, see who's coming, who's
Yep,
not coming.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we could firm up the time with, they can firm up the time with your office. and-
Sure, Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, but on Sunday, yeah, as to 4 o'clock, maybe before 4, we'll be out of there, because it's like tournament, so it's double elimination, probably it's Saturday.
So there's
at
fewer
5.
teams on the second day?
Exactly, it's like 4 or 5 teams the second day.
Okay, and
So what about bathrooms?
I'm gonna put Carlos Colon,
Okay.
we're gonna call for the 2 bathroom,
Okay.
they use it.
Okay.
I know it's been a problem for the last, I wasn't here for the last year, so I'm come back, you know, I've been doing it like for the last 10 years,
Yeah.
I never had problem. So this year we're gonna do the bathroom, we're gonna put a bathroom there, we had to, because too many people, children and
Yes.
ladies, you know what I mean?
All right,
So-
PA system, no PA system, no loud music.
I know for sure. I know I heard a couple things happen already,
Yeah.
but it had nothing to do with me, but I want to, you know what I mean, do the right
just
thing.
remind all the teams, you know, no alcohol.
Mhm.
Okay, even if the game's over, drinking beers and stuff, it's not permitted on parkland anywhere.
Yeah,
so-
that's why we try to just get a sponsor by any commercial, like a restaurant. After we finish that, we go like do the ceremony, like trophy or anything. That's what I always do.
That's a great idea.
Yeah. What else we can do?
Any questions?
No?
Someone want to make a motion?
Motion.
Second?
Okay, and that'll be contingent upon working the times out with the
Yep.
DPW office.
And no rain dates, if it rains.
Didn't think of that, huh?
That's a problem. I don't think it's gonna rain. I never think it's gonna rain. It's not gonna rain.
Okay,
Okay.
I'm hoping the same for this weekend, no rain.
Okay, so we have a motion, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, you're all set.
Thanks. Keep in
Just
touch.
come out
Good
and
luck,
see Sue.
call me tomorrow.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
That concludes.
Yep. So we're all set.
I have a question. I know that we not allow people to play it in a rainy day. That is only for the soccer, or that go for everybody, you know, like a football?
What do you mean, if it's raining out?
Yeah.
Oh, if it's heavy rain and the field's not in playing condition, it goes for everybody.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what they would do if it was a school event where, but they don't, if it really rains,
The school department, they play at Fraser Field, or, I mean, for baseball, Fraser Field. If it's football or
Manning.
soccer, they're in Manning. It's only practice that they use in city parks.
and what happens if it really rains out there with them?
Usually they go inside their facility and practice. They'll go into the weight room or they'll go into the
Gym,
gym.
or they'll
Yeah.
rent a place to go.
Because they even cancel football games if it's really raining out hard. I mean, they don't
Yes.
really play in the rain because of injuries and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, they can play at Manning Field, but.
Yeah, right, but
Because I
it's-
seen, you know, they've been playing in Neptune Boulevard. You know, the
Tech Field there, McManus Field.
What's the name of it?
McManus Park.
Back there.
Lynn Tech.
And they've been playing. The grass is awful because all those days that was raining, they was playing.
Oh, that could be Lynn Charges with football practice down there.
It was probably, you know, the only day we really had a lot of rain was what, Saturday?
Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday.
They were there Saturday?
Okay.
I was watching and I said, wow. And the grass was
Yeah.
dead.
Well, we'll have to look at, because I walked through there and I know that the grass in some areas, you know, was thinning out before that event, but, You know, I'm wondering with the rain we had and how dry it was, if it would have been an issue for the field that day. I don't know. You know, something is a commission we're gonna have to be aware of is they're talking about placement of a new middle school, some areas, and one of the areas they're looking at is McManus Field, Tech Field.
Yeah.
And that would certainly cut down the number of playing fields that we have to assign. You know, I believe that they're gonna have to compensate land area, so there'd be fields someplace else, but I don't know. But it's something we need to be aware of. I don't know how quickly that would begin, or you know, you're probably talking a year or two away maybe, but just something to start informing the leagues about just in case, you know, so they know what's coming down the road. Anything else? Motion to adjourn?
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Okay, we're adjourned. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.